Welcome to this week's Fundraising Friday. This week, we're talking about what to do when you come across a grant funder who says that they give either to pre-selected organizations or that unsolicited proposals are not accepted. Let's start by talking about what that means. That can mean one of two things. First of all, most foundations were set up based upon some kind of trust or trust document that outlines what the purpose of that foundation or that funding mechanism is. Sometimes those trust documents can be very narrow. It might say we're setting up this foundation, this trust, this fund in order to fund organizations A, B, C, and D. When that's the case, whoever's administering that trust has no latitude. And if you are not one of those organizations, then you're just out of luck. The other way these can get set up is that they do have great latitude through the trust documents, but whoever's administering the trust is deciding that they want to narrow the scope. And sometimes, and I've been seeing this more and more lately, what they're doing is the organization, the funder wants to select which organizations it will fund or what purposes are important to them. Basically, they don't want to sift through a whole bunch of unsolicited proposals that don't meet their goal. They want to have conversations with the funders first. So what do you do if you come across a potential grant funder that only gives to pre-selected organizations or says that it does not accept unsolicited proposals? First of all, go ahead and contact the funder and ask them what that means. Ask them if there is an opportunity for you to get on the list, so to speak, to become an organization who will accept their proposals. They might say no. By our documentation, we can only give to A, B, C, and D. And if you're not one of those, then sorry, we can't help you. Or they might tell you the process to go through in order to become a selected organization. In my opinion, it's worth the 5 minutes to shoot off an email, the 10 minutes to make a phone call and talk to the funder to find out. The other thing I always do when I talk to a funder, if I find out we're not a good fit, is to ask them who they know who is. Because if they're working in this particular space, they may know other funders who might be interested in your organization. That's this week's Fundraising Friday. Thanks. Have a great weekend.